All righty. Welcome back to Two Ski Geeks. It's your boy Will Call. I'm happy to be with you and my partner.
John Michael here.
All
All
right.
right, it's good to be back. As you heard Will Call mention before, I had a bit of an eye surgery. Had to get had to have an eye surgery. I can see. I can see okay. Everything's good. Excellent surgeon. Hats off to
I
the surgeon.
I
We
hope
can't
so.
thank our doctors enough because my vision is better than better. 2020.
Hey,
And when I had the lens put in, oh, the colors I could see, the colors I was missing. I can see at night too. I can see at night now. All righty, okay.
I,
It's good
I,
to
I
be
know that's
back.
relieving. I know that's relieving for the people driving at night on the road with you.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm telling you. Uh, yeah, of course. Safety. All right.
So anyway, I'm gonna start off with some stuff that I was reading this week, and so I thought I'll start off with Superman because a lot of times people find Superman unrelatable and not too much of an enjoyable character. He's a character unforgettable. You'll never forget him, whatever. But people just find him unrelatable. However, two stories that I've read, this book here, Superman Space Age. I think I mentioned this to you guys on another show regarding Superman Space Age #1. And this was done by a guy written by Mark Russell, and it was drawn by Mike Allred and Laura Allred, his wife. And John Michael may have better feelings about Mike Allred than I do. However, I will say on this case, Mike Allred kicked booty in this book. There are times I find him to be a little too cartoonish and sometimes rushed, but he took his time on the artwork in this one, and he killed it. He killed it. The artwork is beautiful, and the story is fantastic. So, Space Age was being, of course, in the early '60s in the United States, and that's the time frame of this story is the early '60s, and that. Not only do you have the space race going on, but with Superman involved in it, Batman and Lex Luthor, all of them are in this story, and trying to get contracts from the government. So far is between Wayne Enterprises and LexCorp for trying to figure out how to do the nuclear age and nuclear weapons and what should be done. Because in this case, you have the Cold War going on with the Russians as well. So you have the Cold War, the space race, and the civil rights movement going on at the same time. All of that is in this book. You got characters like John Lewis involved in it. I mean, it's a very well written story. And again, as I said, Mike Allred and Laura Allred, they smash. The artwork is amazing in this book, and there's supposedly going to be a part 2. So this is like a graphic novel size book. This is not a regular cheap book. This is not a regular comic book. This, as you can see from the spine, it's a graphic novel, a trade paperback, and so it's probably about $8 out the box. But you will enjoy the read. And I'll pause with there because I'll come back to another Superman story after John Michael does his spiel. Go ahead.
Now is that a one shot? I'm gonna have to look for it. Is that a one shot?
The story concludes, yes. However, there's going to be a part 2.
Okay.
But the story does conclude. It finishes in this. When you finish it, you'll be satisfied. It's not like there's going to be a bit to be continued, but there will be a Space Age part 2 coming soon, but it will be its own story in itself.
Yeah, I've been trying to finish my WarWorld, in which that conclusion came out. I think it was either last week or the week before.
That was what I was going to talk about next.
The WarWorld.
I was going to talk about that one next.
Oh, okay, good.
Well, did you start it?
The WarWorld, yes, a little bit of it, yeah. Yeah. And that conclusion came out, so now I can just go straight through.
Okay. So
All right.
I won't ruin the story for you, but since you brought it up, because that was the next thing I was going to talk about, Superman was WarWorld. So, well, let's give it even a little more historical context. How about that? Because this WarWorld that we're talking about for today's show is based upon this new 2021, late 2021 through 2022 storyline. And it started at, what is it? Where do I have it? Action Comics 1029 through 1036 is the first branch of it. And then it goes on at another time. I know it starts around like 1044, 545, 46, and then the conclusion that John just mentioned. And so I just started reading the 1044, the newest part of it. And so actually what I've started reading was 1045 with Lucio Perillo on this cover, which is what brought my eyes to want to read it in the first place, because Lucio was on the cover in 1045. And then after that, you got the cover that I mentioned on the last show with Lee Bermejo in 1046. And then you've got the conclusion, as John mentioned, this one right here, which is, that cover kills. Steve Beach is the cover artist on this book. And so for the credits on the book, John, I don't know about you, if you read from the first one, what you read, but this guy, Philip Kennedy Johnson, I found him to be very good as a writer.
Yes, the art started off very good. It's very interesting. It gains the reader's attention. So yeah. I think, this change here was necessary. I think because as you listen to people, and I listen on YouTube, a lot of people say on the comic channel, oh, I haven't read Superman in a while. So this is refreshing for Superman.
Absolutely. And
a lot of people had kind of taken him for granted.
Well, because they kind of sort of wrote him off, or wrote him poorly. I mean, it's a difficult character to write for. Right. However, but I will say also that first arc of this first arc of or the latest arc of WarWorld in the 1021 version, and started in 1029 through 1036. It was also co-written with Tom Taylor. It was Philip Kennedy Johnson and Tom Taylor who started it off in November of 21. But Philip Kennedy Johnson finishes this the last few months all by himself in 1040, whatever it starts, through the conclusion. So right. and the artwork inside, some of the artists inside are Will Conrad and Brent Peoples and Brandon Peterson. And I find that Will Conrad and Brandon Peterson's artwork to be the most eye appealing in the 1040 series. They do the best. Brent Peoples, no. Brent Peoples does with Will Conrad. They do a great job together. There's another artist, Fico Ocio, or Fico Ocio, however you want to pronounce his first name. Fico's artwork is the one that does. It's good, but it's not as good as Will Conrad, Brent Peoples, and Brandon Peterson. So, and then I give a little bit of historical context, because of course the villain in this is Mongol, right. and there's also a new villain called Krillix. So that's a good one in this one too. But going back to even more historical context is the fact that this WarWorld story and Mongol was created in 1983. It was in DC Comics Presents number 28, and that was written by Len Wein, Jim Starlin, and Dick Giordano. For those who really want it, and I'll put the picture up in the when we edit the show, you'll see what that
Yeah.
book looks
Yeah,
like.
I have that issue. You went back on me there. I have that issue. I read it back in the day. Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna close my lips and let you do your thing next, man.
I think I'll just show a few toy item pickups.
Okay.
They may have been yeah, they have been shown before. Just a few toy item pickups when I was out and about, you know, as you're shopping for groceries. We'll start off with, now this is a Batmobile animated series. Never saw it in that burgundy before. Okay. Oops. So this one is done in burgundy. I think that's pretty clear. I'll put it
Wow,
right
I've
there.
never
Yeah.
seen that, and that's from the cartoon, but never
Yeah, for
seen
the animated series.
Yeah.
All right, so there's that one. Yeah, it's nice. It's in burgundy. Let's see. It says there's some bats on there. Yeah, this is number 505. On the back, they show you all the other vehicles that are available too on the back.
Gotcha. I see it now. Yes, yes.
All right. And so this is, you were saying cartoony. Now this is, they did a little cartoony type. This is the 66 Batmobile, but it's kind of cartoony.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see a condensed version. It's like compressed.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, small.
But it's
So
still,
yeah, these
it's
can be
cute.
picked up Walmart, Target, CVS, Walgreens, maybe. I'm sure they're in there.
Right.
And then this is the Arkham Asylum Batmobile. It too is in burgundy. I guess they just decided to play with that burgundy look.
Yeah, I've not
Looks
seen
very
these.
nice.
These what you're talking about? I've not seen these burgundy versions. I'll have to try to find them. That would be cool to have.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then here's the Batmobile from the latest Batman movie. Here's the latest one from the latest movie. I think you may have shown this one though. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I've got one
I'll hold it like that.
back here.
Get it quite right.
Let me see. I don't want to knock anything down while I'm turning around. But I've got one.
Yeah, that's from the latest movie. Oh, that's better like that.
Is this the same one? Is this the same one,
Yeah.
John?
Yeah, you have a larger, yeah, that's going to be the same vehicle. Yes, and they do that in different packaging to let me see here, to sell.
They
sell multiple, they sell multiple copies, different packaging, different sizes. Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I had the big one. The big one is this one right here, the huge one.
Okay, yeah, also while picking up those figures, well, not figures, but cars, Hot Wheel cars, I like those too. Just down the aisle, I think they put out more. So this is, in preparation for the new movie. Okay.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
They re-released or put out some new ones. I didn't have this one before, so here's
I don't have that one.
I just love the detail in the figures. That's Shuri. They got her little, I guess it goes to the other side, got her little power fist there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I just love the detail in them. In these
Absolutely.
Marvel Legends figures.
Was that Target?
Yeah, that was at Target. Got them from Target. Mm-hmm. Target generally has, more figures. If somebody has not raided the section, they generally have a fuller section than others. But sometimes, depending on the store, people have raided them and hoarded them. That's what goes on today. All right, and then here's the actual, and then here's a Black Panther figure.
Mm-hmm.
And the purple in there is supposed to signify that it's, that he's somewhat electrified, or that his repulsor field is on, or what have you.
I'm telling you, man, that movie it comes out in October, November timeframe. Between that and Black Adam, I am juiced about the next couple months of movies. For sure.
Okay, and then also this is and then along your alley, on the aisle was this Batman figure. This is number 3. Okay, let me get that.
I've seen that one. I love that one. Yeah. I was with my daughter when I saw 3.
That. And if you get all 4 of them, Let me go to the other side. If you get all four of them, well, there's the tail right there.
Of the
course,
horse.
that would be the horse from the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Try to get
It
that
sadly
tail
would
right.
it sadly would make you have to buy the whole damn thing twice because you get in order to put them on the
Exactly. Yeah.
horse.
If you're keeping it in the package and they show you on the back, there's the horse on the back.
Right. Yeah, I love it. But yeah, that
All right.
that
So those are
Frank
those.
Miller killed it. Shoot,
Yeah.
man, you know he's gonna be at Baltimore Comic Con at the end of October.
Man, yeah, that's a great convention. Maybe I can make it to that one.
Fly
All right.
up, man.
Okay,
Come
so
on.
those are those figures, and then we'll move on into a forgotten character. I shouldn't say not forgotten by me, but I have a few Backlash books. I saw them online. I ordered a set. I have all the numbers. There'll be some numbers missing here, but I'll just go through some of these. These are Brett Booth, same artist on Gunslinger. He did this, of course, back in the 90s. All right. So I'll start with issue 31 and just go all the way back to 1. There's going to be a few holes in there because somehow they're separated from this set. But I do have them. I do have them. Here's a Backlash, and you're going to see these gorgeous covers. Backlash number 31.
Yeah. Brett's a bad boy, man.
Yeah. And it wasn't
Backlash
until
and
later
Grifter.
that I realized that the series went as high as 31. I remember the first few issues, especially that white cover on number 1, right?
Mhm.
Issue 30.
Clear. We got you. It's clear.
Okay. All right.
You clear.
Issue
You
30,
got. I would tell you, I
and I'll
couldn't
have to
see.
come back, at a later time with 29 and 28. Here's 27.
Still clear.
Okay. 27. Oh, and this one here, 26.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe sometime down the road we'll see more or see Backlash again, but I love the character.
Someone was bringing him up
this
the
is-
other day. I saw something online about Backlash. Someone was talking about Backlash.
Okay.
And it
25?
wasn't you.
Wow, that would be something if it was somebody else. There's 25.
There's some content out there where people are talking about Backlash.
24. I mean, the covers are just they're gorgeous.
Yeah, because it's Brett. I mean,
23.
Brett just doesn't get the recognition that
Right.
is earned, that he earned.
22. Yeah, these covers are top notch. 21. And so, they're so indicative of the 90s when you look at them.
Oh,
The styling.
It's also indicative of the of Image's, Image's I guess motto of having top-notch writers and artists when they separated and trying to create Image.
Right.
You had folks like Alan Moore over there, Jim Lee, Brett Booth, McFarlane. I mean, I won't mention Leafield, but
Oh yeah, Leafield. And then Mark Silvestri.
So yes, yeah.
There's number 20. And this one came from the storyline. There was a storyline. I'm not sure where all it crossed over into, but this was from the storyline Fire from Heaven. I'm not sure what other books, because this is part 10. It had to have crossed into other books. Okay, there's 20, there's number 19. Number 19 is chapter 3, Fire from Heaven. Issue 18. Let me make sure. Yeah, issue 18.
You still clear. You good.
Okay, all right. Oh, I love this one. 17.
Yeah.
16. Oh boy, that one right there. That's nasty there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Grifter again.
Grifter on the cover with him.
But Grifter was on the first cover you held up.
Yeah, he was on that one too. This one, forgive me, it's not bagged and boarded yet. It came like that in the mail, loose. But I will shortly get a bag and board on it. Issue 15. That's a no-no for us, for Will Call and I. We don't
I
we
try
don't
not
play
to.
around with unbagged and boarded books.
I'm
That
guilty
one-
of it too. Even on this show, I have held up unbagged and boarded books. That stuff I brought back from Orlando, I hadn't bagged and boarded it yet. So
Now, I ordered the whole set from, I believe it was a comic shop up north. I don't know how they still have them or how they're all sitting there together, but they're flat and unread. But
Mhm.
you can see here, it came like this in the box. So this is how I don't send stuff out like that, but this is how it came. Look at that. I mean, but the book is,
Still
I mean,
pristine.
they had to have them sitting since the 90s because look, I mean, just look at how the bag is.
Oh yeah.
So if I take it out, because I'm gonna put it in Mylar, but if I take it out, I don't know how it survived this way, but look, the book is pristine.
Yes, sir.
Even though it was sent like that with no bag and board, the book is pristine. I'm looking at it from an angle and, well, it's got one little crease there, but still, for it to come in that bag like that,
And I have to trust your eyes now.
that had to be an original bag from the 90s. But that was issue 14.
Did you hear
Issue
me?
12.
I was cracking a joke on you.
Oh, go ahead.
I said I have to.
again.
I said I'm cracking a joke. I said I have to trust your eyes now. So far as checking out the quality of the book.
Oh yeah, I can see now. It was touch and go for a minute there. Well, I'll tell you, I walked into the school,
Right.
and my eyes were, last week they were hurting. It's just the recovery process. They were not hurting, and I'm using all the drops they tell me to. But my eyes, it just comes a time when they start that really getting close to being healed that, oh man, they were hurting, as I told you.
Right.
So when I walked into the building, I think one of the teachers that saw me, they said, "Hey, what's happening, Popeye?" I think that was the first morning comment. "Hey, Popeye, can you see me okay?" I said, "Yeah, I can see you." All right. Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
For real.
No slip of the scalpel. Thank you, Lord. All right. Anyway, oh, look at this, issue 12. Back to Backlash. Get it? Back to Backlash. And I'll probably get some backlash for that corny joke.
Yeah.
All right,
That's okay.
But these Backlash, oh man, I love these books. It's okay to be in the top 10. It's okay to be in the top 10, but don't lose sight. People get in the top 10. Oh, I'm going to flip this book. I'm going to make enough money to go out and buy my Porsche. It's okay to be in the top 10 and try to make money, but I know you and I, we're about the comics. We buy what we like. It's okay. Yeah. Take advantage. Find some of the valuable books, but don't lose sight of those books in the background that they will never be top shelf, so to speak. They're not going to be top shelf. They're not going to be a Hulk 181. They're
Or
not
so
going
we
to be
think
an
for now.
Avengers 8, but don't worry about that. Okay, Backlash number 11. I love art. I love comics. They don't have to be in the top 10 or the top 50. That's gorgeous there. Brett Booth, thank you, sir. And I believe that, yeah, and Ruffner was the writer. Yeah, Ruffner was the writer. Okay. Yeah, that is, boy, this was some, yeah, no wonder Image ruled back in the day. Issue 9, we're working our way on down. Issue 9.
Yeah, that's a banging cover right there. I like that one too. The action in it. The action.
Oh, and look at this, issue 7.
Can't.
Now,
speaks for itself.
Now, Bill, one of these issues is the first appearance of Backlash's sister that you see on the cover. One of these issues, I'm not sure which number. So, when we do the final copy, we can have that up there, which one of these issues is the first appearance of Backlash's sister. Okay, issue 8.
Yeah, that's where mine stops. That's the last of what I have. I have 1 through 8.
I have 7, but it's separated from the set. Issue 6. Issue 6. That is gorgeous there. That is gorgeous. Issue 6, issue 5.
Yeah, that's a knocker right there too.
I have 4, and I want to say this is well, I'm not sure who that is on the cover. I'm not going to say yet. Issue 3. There's issue 3. Issue 2 is separated from the set. I have it somewhere upstairs. And the one that drew me to them all when I saw, and I didn't even know how high. I have several copies. I think I have 3 copies of this one. This one looks, as you know, white books can be harder to grade, but look at that there. Issue 1.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's Spider-Man derivative.
Right. And Backlash's first appearance, I'll do it in the next video. His first appearance is in Stormwatch number 3, a brief cameo in Stormwatch number 3. I'll bring that out in the next, video. All right. You have something you want to go into?
Let's see here. I'm going to try to hit some stuff that that I've been watching because let's see here. Was watching Harley Quinn cartoon yesterday, season 2. I finished season 1 a year ago. Started watching season 2 yesterday. Halfway through the season now. Excellent cartoon. Please do yourself set some time to watch Harley Quinn cartoon. It is not for kids. As I said, if I've not mentioned before, but I'll say it now, it is not for children, at least the language and some even the drawing content is not for kids. Not saying it's horrible, but some of the stuff is just for sure that the content and the language is not for children at all. But it is excellent story writing. What I loved about the appearance of Batgirl was the fact that they even actually took some of the from, I think it was not the current volume of Batgirl, but the last volume of Batgirl, where she was taking a selfie, and there's a cover of Batgirl taking a selfie, and I think, John, we're familiar with that cover, but yes. That was also part of the cartoon, where she's taking that very same selfie, was part of the cartoon in itself. You're gonna really enjoy Harley Quinn, and so I'm just gonna hold up in this regard because it's so closely related to the cartoon. Is this Harley Quinn book, this one-shot Harley Quinn book right here, from this, I think this one came out about a week or 2 ago, this Harley Quinn series, and this is a variant cover of Harley. But please enjoy. It's very good. How they handle Batman. It's a different spin on how they handle Batman, and funny, and yet it's very relatable to who Batman is. I think you will enjoy that. Okay, so then I received some stuff that is in mail for a startup book by Ji Hyung Lee. The name of the book is called Guma, and this is one of his startup new books. And so this little greeting card came with it saying thank you for contributing to his startup or his Kickstart. And so this is another card that comes along with Guma that came along with the Kickstarter package. And then this one. And this. And finally, I got the Souza Maika cover to Guma #1, which is this. And Souza Maika, as always, delivers the goods. And so I can't wait to get into this.
That cover is beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And then I've got another mail call thing that came in, because we know Kang is coming to the Marvel universe. In fact, he's already shown up in Loki. So as the Kang versions of Kang lore grow, I decided I was going to purchase this annual Avengers called Citizen Kang. And this is the first appearance of the Anachronauts. So do yourself a favor if you can. This is annual number 21. It was in 1992, came out in 1992, Avengers annual number 21.
And I do, you mentioned Kang. I do have the first appearance of Kang. I'm just waiting for it to come back. I'm not sure if it's CBCS, who we recently have heard, I won't go into a bunch of that, have lost some books due to a bad decision to send some books somewhere where they should not have been. So I believe the number was 367 lost books because they were moving, and they're moving for the second or third time. And anytime you move, you guys know, Will call, myself, we just move from one house to another house and we can't find something. It's gonna happen. You don't know where it goes. So you can imagine a whole grading company moving to another facility.
Moving comic books? Oh
lost.
God, no, if not lost, stolen.
And also CGC,
that?
Just stay right in Sarasota in your building. CGC, they've been there since the beginning, since 2000. Yeah. So, I mean, I recently, and I'll show them here, I recently got an order back from CBCS, but there's another set out. So it makes me wonder, another set I have, they've been there a whole year. They've been there, that is too long. They've been there a whole year. CGC has reduced that time.
Yes.
Because I've been seeing people get their books back 2 or 3 months. That's the way, that's decent.
Yeah, because it used to be.
Of course, it's not going to be like in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah, no more than 2 months. And it's not going to be like in the beginning when people weren't using them. I would get an order back in 4 weeks, but yeah, those days are gone. That window has closed. So, but anyway, yeah, you mentioned Kang, but I have a first appearance of Kang. Got the book
do
for
not.
Free.
I slept on it. I was going to buy that book back in 2014 or 15, and I kept saying, "Oh, I don't want to pay that much." I regret it now. Hello.
Well, I'm going to tell you how I got mine here. That's Avengers number 8. Mm-hmm. Correct me if I'm wrong. Avengers You're number right. 8. I got that book for free. The way I got it for free, I'll never forget. This was 1982, telling on myself. I was leaving with some friends to go to lunch. At our particular high school in Miami, we were allowed to leave for lunch. We could leave the campus.
Right.
I don't think any high schools allow that anymore. we could leave the campus in North Miami Beach and go to a pizza place, hot dog place. Of course, it was the 80s. So, but now I don't think that goes on. So we were on the way out, and one of my friends, he had that Avengers number 8 in his back pocket. I didn't see it till he said, he says, "Hey, John, you collect comics, right?" Yeah. He pulls it out. It was folded. Of course, it has a crease in it.
His back pocket.
He says, "Hey, I'm done reading this here." And he just gave it to me, Avengers number 8, back in the day. I said, "Oh yeah, I'll take that." Any condition. I of course, I opened it up and put it in my notebook and tried to put it in a pocket flat. I'm right. Like, oh, he had it in his back pocket. Even back then, I knew better. But that's how I acquired my Avengers number 8. Yeah.
It's better than what I did and didn't do.
Yeah, and I sent it off. All right, so what we doing here? Where are we?
I'm just going to show
note of history.
That's all right. I'm just going to show some other quick stuff that came in for this week's books that came out new. This Batman 127, this Gabriel Dell'Otto cover. Now, it's hard to see what's going on in this cover.
Yeah, that's what I noticed when I picked it up.
It is hard to see what's going on. Even though it's a beautiful cover. It's the only cover that I picked up. I didn't get the regular any other covers. I picked up this Gabriel Dell'Otto because once I actually saw what was going on, I figured that this was the best one out of all of them for me, in my opinion. And then the latest Black Panther #9.
Okay.
And I did not bring out the whole stack. I only have a few books that I've from this week's books that came out. There's Nubia #4.
I don't have that one yet. I don't think.
And All Out Avengers #1.
Oh, I got to get that one. I don't have that yet. Yes.
Yeah, the homage to the first appearance of Scott Lang.
Yeah, and I have that first appearance of Scott Lang. What is that? The Marvel feature? It's a Marvel feature book. 28.
Yeah, don't get me quoting the number. I have to put it in. I'll put it in the in the finals of the final edits.
Yeah, I literally have not pulled that book out of a box probably in over 25 years at least.
Yeah, I don't have the first appearance of Scott Lang.
I bought it right off the rack.
Black
I
Adam.
do have that one, the Atom Smasher.
With the Atom Smasher cover. Oh man, I love that. Justice Society Files, Atom Smasher #1. And then from the Dark Crisis series, #4, which this is a key book. Folks may want to get a hold of this one. You may want to get a hold of it, get a few copies of this Dark Crisis #4. It is a key book. I'm looking forward to reading the whole series. And then since I'm a Star Trek fan, this is the 400th comic book issue of Star Trek that came out this week. So I had to get that.
I got to get it. I don't have that one yet. That is a key also.
That is a key.
That becomes a key because of the number.
Yes, sir.
And maybe something, I can't see something not happening in there as well.
Exactly. I got to read it.
To make it a double key.
Exactly. Almost to the bottom. Spider-Man 2099, Exodus, and this is going to be the first appearance of Spider-Woman 2099. So you may want to get a hold of this one too. We ain't tracking. And lastly, it's my man Bermejo. Dear Detective, I
almost missed that one. I saw it on my way out and picked it up. Yeah, Lee Bermejo. Yeah, he does not disappoint
at all, especially not on those Batman, those detective covers. You don't miss. All right, John, I'm gonna punt the football back to you.
All right. I got it. This is going to be a hodgepodge of books. Let's see, a hodgepodge of stuff that I've picked up. And some go back. This is Cullen Bunn on Venomverse #2. Let me do something here. All right, I gotta do something there. This is Venomverse #2. That goes back a little bit.
Tracking.
All right. Love that cover on that one. And now, Amazing Spider-Man recently reached its 900th issue, but this was my favorite cover of all of them. I mean, they must have put out 20 covers, but this was my favorite. And it also is a thick book, as you can see. And as we never thought we'd reach, is a $9.99 cover price. I get a discount, so I don't pay $9.99, but this is Amazing Spider-Man 900.
Yeah, I don't have that cover. I love that one. I've not seen that one at all.
Yeah, they only had at Oxford Comics. Yeah, they only had 2 of that cover. They only had 2. And it's heavy. It's heavy. So yeah, I love that one. And also, this is the Justice Society Files Cyclone #1 from Black Adam.
Yeah, I have that one. Love that cover too.
War of the Bounty Hunters, issue 5, first print and reprint. First print and second print. First print.
Beautiful.
And then this is a variant second print, black and white.
Love it.
Of course,
got
that's
Boba on the cover. Boba on the cover. Yes, sir.
A lot of people, this book in comic shops is in low print. You often don't find a shelf copy. If you're not ordering the book, pre-ordering, there's not going to be a copy. in many comic shops. People wouldn't even know that the book is out. But this is a Shadow Man 7.
Yeah, I forgot. I need to add that to my list. Thank you for saying that out loud, because I need to add that to my list. Yep, he's right. You will not find it in the stores.
Also is written by Cullen Bunn.
Yes.
And here's another one back that I think I was missing this one, but issue 5. This is from the latest volume, which may be volume 3.
I think it's even higher than that.
Yeah, it may be higher than that. Issue 4, and it's kind of going backwards. Issue 4.
Oh, love that one. Love it.
I have number 3 has been separated from the set, but I do have it. But issue number 2.
Yeah, I've got to. I know, like, I think we've talked about Shadow Man a couple of shows ago, or whatever. But
yeah, we did on some other issues. Yes, we did.
Yeah, and I know on this latest volume, I got holes all over this one that I know I need to fill.
Going back to issue 1, number 1.
I don't have that cover of issue 1. Never seen that one.
All right. This is Sword of Azrael, issue 2. I love Sword of Azrael.
Yeah. If y'all don't know, Azrael is one of John Michael's favorite characters. What was his name? John. What is his name? John. What's the guy's John? Who is Azrael? His name Jean something. It'll come to me later on.
It's escaping me now to Jean Pierre, if I'm not
something
mistaken.
Like that.
But in the editing, you can.
Yeah, we'll put it in.
Oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank too right now. Bill. I'm drawing a blank too. I recently gifted some books to a new young comic collector, and
right.
I gave him one of those original copies of Azrael #1. And I didn't even know that he knew, because he's young. He's in his early 20s.
Oh yeah.
So he said to me when he said, "Oh, Azrael #1," when I was giving him some books, he said, "Is this before or after Nightfall?" I was like, "Whoa, you know about Nightfall?" He was like, "Oh yeah, I read that. I love Nightfall." And Nightfall, of course, was way before his time, but he knew about Nightfall. That's one of the things that hooked him into comics. And so his question was, of course, about Nightfall. And I think I had a couple of Nightfall books in there totally by chance when when I gave him the set. So
yeah,
anyway,
sadly,
so that's Sword of Azrael.
To age ourselves, because we were in our 20s when Nightfall came out.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, hilarious.
All right, so let's look here. Let me see. Let me go into the next set of books here. Okay, now, all right. So, and to answer your question, Jean Paul Valley.
Yes.
For Azrael, yeah, Azrael is Jean Paul Valley. All right. So anyway, all right. Now this just came out, and I'm a huge Spawn fan. Spawn 322. That's 322.
330 something. Mm-hmm.
Spawn 333. Gorgeous cover there.
Yes, sir.
And that's the one thing about Oxford Books, Bill. They only get the A cover for Spawn. No B, no C. That is outrageous. No B, no C, no variant. Because then when I show them like a picture of some of the other ones I have, what is that? Why are you only ordering A cover for you? Spawn, you got to get the other covers, because
yes,
as nice as this is,
there are other nicer covers. I agree.
B and C are gonna knock its socks off.
Mm-hmm.
B and C are gonna be off the chain always. That's just the Todd father's plan. That's just what he does.
You don't sell them books off those covers.
Now the last of the books of the raw books. Let's see. These are going to be some Jeff the Cow covers. For those of you, if you're not following, look him up. I went to his website. I saw projects I didn't know about. These are just a few. In the next video, I'll add some more. Catwoman 45. You may not have known, but Jeff the Cow.
Yes, sir.
You
And
can
if
tell
you,
by those lights and darks and his play
yes,
with colors
sir.
that it's Jeff the Cow.
That's what you took the words out of my head because it's the play on colors and white, how he
Right.
plays with white.
Mhm.
It is very unique.
That's Jeff the Cow. Here's Jeff the Cow Inferno cover.
Yeah, I do have that one. I have both of them.
And I went to and then Galactic Quest. I mean, they have so many half price off back issues, but went into Galactic Quest a couple of weeks ago. I'm gonna pack a box for you, by the way, Bill. I already started packing the box, but this is Jeff the Cow.
Oh yeah, those Hulk. Yeah.
I mean, that's 4 copies of that. I'll put one in a box for you.
Thank you. What issue is that, John?
Oh, I should have said that. Yeah, that is issue 6. And with the except for that run on the Hulk, of course, when Hulk was replaced with a female character,
Gray
that's
Hulk.
issue 6. Huh?
When she was gray.
Right. Oh yeah, when she was great. That's issue 6.
Mm-hmm.
But there might have been 12 or 13 issues in the run,
13.
or maybe a little
Yes,
higher.
sir.
But I
It's
think with the
13.
exception of 2 of the books, he did all the covers, which was a
Yes,
surprise.
because
So
I
there's
think
that
the
one.
other covers the other covers he didn't do were done by Raza.
Right. And then boy, this one here, I try to find more copies, but I haven't. I'll nail some down, but this one here, I want to say, yeah, it's my favorite of his covers for Jeff the Cow.
Mm-hmm. I got 2 of those. I might try to even find more.
You know what? I have 2, but I want more. I'm being greedy on it, but
Like you can't, I don't blame you. That cover is killer.
that's Jeff the Cow. Yep. Don't sleep on him.
Oh my God, I love that cover.
Yeah, that thing right there, boy. Oh, he outdid himself. When he finished, he had to look at that cover and say, "Ooh, did I do that? Look what I did."
I would have.
I mean, that one there. And I think it gets. I made a mistake too. I think it gets misfiled. Because it is Trial of the Amazons issue 1.
Mm-hmm.
Trial of the Amazons Wonder Girl. Now, and I should have gone to both sections because I was at Coliseum of Comics in Orlando, and I think I only looked under Wonder Girl #1. They might have put it under T.
Yep.
And I forgot
That's
to go
easily
over to
done.
T.
And that's the bad thing about those Wonder Woman books and the Wonder Girl and the Nubia, because they have little precursor titles in front of the name of the character, so it just throws off all the filing.
Right.
It's just all jacked up.
So yeah, that's just a hodgepodge of books that I found here and there. Okay. All right. So what else you got? Was that your?
I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up.
There?
I'm getting ready to wrap it up. I'm gonna do books that I'm about to read.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna talk about this on the next show. So
right. I'll do that. On the next show, I'll do the CBCS unboxing, and maybe that Kane #8 will be in there. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Oh yeah, that's
Nightmare Country. Of course, as I had the Sandman books up behind me for the longest time. So this is Corinthian on the cover. Corinthian's on the cover of all the Sandman Nightmare Countries, as Corinthian is the version of Nightmare for Dream and the Sandman story. So that's number 1, 2, 3, and I love that cover. Oh, I love that cover. 4.
I don't have that 4.
And number 5.
I don't have 5. Oh yeah, you got 2.
You got 2 of them, and then this version here too of number 5.
Oh, I don't have that version either. Oh yeah, that's.
So
the competition is so stiff today for cover art. I mean,
yes, it is. And so this week, no, last week, everyone was talking about, but somewhat missed out at the comic book store. I listed the cats this week in the store. They missed out on Alex Ross's book that came out last week. Fantastic Four Full Circle, written and drawn by Alex Ross. Now, there is another cover of this. It's just a plain blue cover, plain, like same color as this blue with just a number 4 in the middle. That is that cover that I'm describing is the most important, I'm sorry, the most expensive variant cover, but I actually like this one because it actually has his full.
Yeah,
cover.
I don't.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't have that book. Yeah, I knew of it, but and I knew it was coming out, and I knew that you were going to get it.
You know that.
The Fantastic Four fan you are. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then I love the back, even just the back of it is gorgeous. I mean, so yeah, I didn't get the expensive, just blue cover with the number 4. That thing is ranging about $120 to $150, depends on how people want to spend for it. But I didn't want to spend that much for that book, which I'm going to bring to the conclusion of this show, going back in the early 90s, 1993 to 92, 93. And I know you got these books, John, with the Marvels.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, it was re-released. This is the annotated, well, they're saying it's the annotated edition of Marvels. And this is believe it or not, this is the Gabrielle Dell'Otto cover. The other cover for this is issue number 3 of Marvels. The original or A cover is by Alex Ross. But the Marvels was written by Kurt Busiek and drawn by Alex Ross, and not just the covers. As you know, Alex Ross is a painter artist. And so this is a re-release. I have the originals downstairs, but if you guys don't know, Alex Ross is known for his painted work. So, and I mean, this stuff here that Ross does is just plain gorgeous. And this is Alex Ross kind of like changed the game. When he came out with his painted stuff, he began to, I'm not saying that he was the first one to do it so far as painting, because you had all those, those big magazines, John, you remember back in the day, like Conan and
yes.
The big magazines that were all painted work. So those were back from the 60s and 70s. Vampirella did it. I mean, those were but they were magazine-sized comic books. Alex Ross was one of the first ones to do the painted work inside of a comic book. And what I love about this one, since it's playing to my writer side, it has the panel notes that Kurt Busiek wrote as to how he wanted the stuff depicted. I love this version of Marvels. And then I got to show you some of the stuff in the stuff from the back. Just his practice drawings, his sketches. If y'all didn't think Alex Ross could draw, that dude's got talent.
Yeah, he's got to be able to draw too. Those paintings are drawings before they're paintings, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. I mean, this stuff, ridiculous. Let's see here. It's just, he kills it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You may pay up for this book. This book is $8.
Yeah, look at that Black Widow and the Iron Man. Yeah.
But oh my God. I mean, you just can't beat this stuff.
Look at that. I like that headshot of the Black Panther there.
Oh,
turn it around that way. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Yep. Yeah, that reminds me too of those. What were those covers called? All the headshots.
It's behind me on the
Legacy.
Timeless.
Was that Legacy?
Timeless.
Oh, I said, yeah, timeless covers, timeless variant. I think I have a few more to get of the timeless variant.
But look at those Inhumans, man. Those sketches of the Inhumans.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap. That Black Bolt is just ridiculous. All right. I'm going to sum it. I think this is, and then just the last of it that he does. So do yourself a favor and find Marvels, either the original or this annotated, because the annotated is even more fun because you get a chance to see how the book was made, how Kurt Busiek and Alex Ross created this book that is a masterpiece of all masterpieces. So I think I'm about done, and this show is going on long enough. So, John, I guess I want to say I appreciate the fact that your eye has gotten better, and we can do this show together. And
I do too.
Yeah, I do too, literally. But and we look forward to spending time with you guys soon. Shout outs to the guys who I met at the comic book store who had family or went to Hampton. Yesterday was the Tuskegee Hampton game. And so shout out to the guys, the brothers who went to Hampton and or who have kids who go to Hampton now and have enjoyed. And I didn't get a chance to go there, but I'll see you guys on Wednesday. You guys can tell me about the game. And now I'm going to close my lips and let John do his spiel close.
Yeah, I'll just say this is the first Sunday of the new 22 season NFL. I'll hold up a card here. That's my nephew's card, Nico Collins. This is his second year with the Houston Texans. Pretty sure he's lining up with Brandon Cooks, but there's a card, Nico Collins, and I'm looking forward to a successful year for him. That guy is something special. Each year he just grows and grows from his years with Michigan. If you saw him at Michigan, oh, he was killing the game at Michigan. But I look forward to him doing the same in his second year in the NFL. He has a strong work ethic. You don't have to worry about that from him because all he does is work, and he's going to do what is asked of him. And I'm pretty sure there's not going to be any off-field antics from him either. He has a very good moral compass. So at any rate, kickoff of a new NFL Sunday. And with comic books, good to see you two as well, Bill. No pun intended or pun intended. And as always, with comics, is like I said, it's good to be in the top 10 or top 50 buying comics, but buy what you like. When you see something in the store and you like it, grab it. Because most likely it may wind up in the top 25 or the top 10 just because you bought what you like. I don't, not looking for the top 10, just, as I said, buy what you like. All right. Have a Tuskegee day. And I'm out of here.
We out. Like and subscribe, please.
Yeah, like and subscribe.